Hey folks, well, it's good to see you again this week. This is getting to be a habit, isn't it? I love it. I really, really do. Thank you for joining in as you do every week. We've got some amazing, faithful. I got a call today from Texas from a lady who said, I watch you every Tuesday evening. You probably say, well, how did she get your telephone number? Well, about 3 weeks ago, I think I gave my personal telephone number. I don't know if you wrote it down or not, but it's out there, and I don't care, right, Cheryl?
No, you don't.
I love to receive calls anyway. Oh, listen, you call me anytime. But she was so sweet. She says, Dino, you have blessed me for weeks, and she's known me for years, of course, from television and that sort of thing. But it really thrills my heart to know that there are folks out there that are tuning in faithfully. I mean, this is better than television. I love it. You know, I could stay in my house and I dress up a little bit. I don't mind doing it for you because I respect you and I want to look good. But anyway, I wonder how you look. What if the camera's turned around? I won't go there. But anyway, we're here together. For those that have never, what are you going to say, Cheryl?
Mount Pleasant, Tennessee just tuned in.
Oh my goodness, already?
Her name went right on by, but I saw Mount Pleasant.
That's great. Well, let me do something, Cheryl. I'm going to do this because there's a lot of people that come on this Facebook time, or FaceTime they call it, that never heard of this Dino guy. But anyway, my name is Dino, and the last name is Karts. Actually, my first name is Costandino, because I'm Greek. Costandino, they take the last part of Costandino and call me Dino. It sounds Italian, but I'm really Greek. Dino Kartsonakis. Now that's a mouthful. Is this all Greek to you? Okay. But so those that I'm getting acquainted with the very first time, because I know you have your friends, Sherry, and they're probably asking, who's this Dino guy? And so they join in, and then they don't quite know my background, but hopefully they enjoy my piano playing. But let me just back up a little bit and tell you just in a nutshell what my background is all about. I started playing the piano when I was 3 years old. Okay, a lot of you have heard this, so please be patient. Let me just share it with the new folks out there. Started playing at the age of 3. Very first song I ever played was this right here. At the cross, where I first saw the light. That was a song I heard in church the Sunday morning. We came home to our apartment in New York City. We lived on 63rd Street and Amsterdam Avenue. On the 3rd floor, and we had this little upright, broken down piano that was given to us by some Greek friends. And this one Sunday, I just went to the piano and just, out of the blue, I picked out the melody, and my parents were standing behind me kind of, amazed, and because they recognized the song. And
how old were you?
3 years old.
3 years old.
So that's my very first song, and I started taking lessons from Miss Smith at the age of 5 because she wouldn't take me at the age of 3. Okay, she thought I was too young. I think she made a big mistake because by the time I was 5, who needed Miss Smith, right? Not really. But Miss Smith did finally accept me as a piano student, and she really had a hard time teaching me how to read notes because I wanted to play everything by ear. She gave me a piece, and I'd say, Miss Smith, do you mind playing it through just once before I go? And she'd say, but I will if you follow your notes as I'm playing. So I wasn't even following the notes. I was listening. And all I had to do is that same day go home and play it exactly like Miss Smith. Well, close. By the end of the week, I remembered it. And then every Saturday morning for my piano lessons, I'd walk with Mom from 63rd Street to 113th Street for my piano lessons. It's a good thing I didn't play the tuba, right? But Miss Smith already had the piano there, and I loved playing her beautiful Steinway piano. And I'd sit at the piano, staring at one spot the whole time, trying to convince Miss Smith that I was reading notes. Well, I have to tell you this, I lied. And but eventually she found out. It took her 2 years.
Did you
believe
repent?
Huh?
Did you repent?
Long time ago.
Okay, good.
But anyway, Miss Smith finally found out, and she was a slow learner, evidently. It took her so long, right, to find out. But when she did, she calls my mother and says, Helen, she says, I'm telling you right now, Dino just wants to play by ear. She got very discouraged in teaching me. But my mother was insistent. She said, please, Miss Smith, you must teach him how to read notes because I want him to be a fine pianist someday. So in case you're sitting there and watching and saying, well, Dino, did you learn how to read notes? The answer is yes, and I'm so glad I did. Because as a result of that, I've been able to play all kinds of music. So here, I've been playing in church that whole time since I was 3. till 5. I started taking piano lessons, and I improved my technique and my chordal progressions and so on. That the young people in the church always liked gathering around the piano while I was playing. Remember this one? Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. You pianists could relate to this. Because with the key of C. Did you love playing key of C? It's my favorite keys, of course. But then eventually I learned to play in all the keys.
I think that's the only key I ever learned to play.
Key of C, right?
Right.
Yeah. Middle C, and then from there. Well, let me tell you what. So things progressed. I started taking lessons with Miss Smith. And then I was we're talking about really a lot of years ago. And at that time, they were playing ragtime music on radio, and I was fascinated by it. And so I learned how to play a little bit of ragtime. And so the young people were throwing a party at our church. We attended Assembly of God Church, and they invited little Dino to come and play, and they want to kind of do the little Charleston, whatever, and asked me if I'd play some of that kind of music. And I did. I played it. As a matter of fact, would you like to hear some of it? What I did over the years, I put a medley together of Put Another Nickel In and 12th Street Rag and with the Saints Go Marching In, and I just happened to have it right here. Okay?
All you people from California to Minnesota, Florida.
Here we go.
Ragtime, Dino. They're just
listen, I
complimenting.
loved playing that when I was a kid, and of course I was the hit of the party.
Of course
you know, I got to play, and the kids
Besides,
enjoyed
you're
it.
cute.
Woo. That's really a lot of fun to play. I haven't played that for a long time. I hope you enjoy that, you old timers there, that have grown up with the same kind of music, really.
All the way from Iowa to Minnesota
Oh,
to
wow. That's
all
amazing.
over the place. Our beautiful cousin Helena Moritas.
Helena, we can always depend on Helena.
And let's see, who else? Let me see.
Let me just say, talk about Helena.
Okay.
I'm not going to say she's my favorite cousin because I get some other cousins and they may be watching, but she is kind of that,
She's
and
a sweetie.
She's a beautiful girl
Yes,
and married to Peter Moritas, and they're a great couple. And she has a ministry, a great ministry in Florida. And I don't know, Helena, are you thinking about moving? You told me you may move out to California or something. I'd like to know. And she has helped so many people in ministry. I mean, she studied psychology and and all that, and Christian psychology, and she has helped many, many people along the way. And we appreciate you, Helena. We love you so much. Thanks for being faithful and watching every week. You didn't have to, but you are. Yeah.
So much.
So, and I know our friends in California are watching. We have people from everywhere that just tune in.
Trey Pope from Arlington, Texas.
Hey, Trey.
And
this is the Trey that plays keyboard. I think he plays for Huckabee Show.
I believe he
I believe he does.
Lakeland, Florida.
He's a good guy.
Bart
Very talented guy.
Doug
And I know
Kuntz.
there's someone else that's watching because they told me they're going to watch. As a matter of fact, Mr. Moss is out there in California, and he reminded me to remind you about our trip to Israel coming up in May.
Oh, yes.
With Pat Boone. Pat Boone is the host. I'm telling you, people are signing up left and right. It's going to be the most amazing trip to Israel. Now, Cheryl and I have been to Israel many times, and we loved it every time. Last time was with Mike Huckabee, but this time it's with Pat Boone, and I'll be performing there, and Pat's going to be singing. As a matter of fact, he's going to sing Exodus. He wrote the words to Exodus. And Pat's a great guy.
Amazing?
And Shirley, we're still praying for Shirley too. She needs our prayers.
Yes.
But if you can, try to make it, please. It's in May. There's still a possibility. They're extending it so we can get more people to come. Already, hundreds of people are coming. I would love for you guys to be on our bus, Cheryl and I, and we could hang out, talk, and see the sights of where Jesus walked and the tomb. And it's going to be, if you've never been to Israel in this lifetime, you've got to go. You have to at least one time. Let it be this one. So to find out, well, very simple. Get on Pat Boone's. Actually, he's got Facebook, Pat Boone, or you could Google it and put Israel Tour 2018. It'll give you all the information. I get on it right away because time is short, and we're preparing to go there. It's going to be a great time.
Trey does play keyboard,
I know
but
he
not
does.
for Huckabee.
He's amazing.
He doesn't play for Huckabee.
You said he doesn't?
He doesn't.
Oh, it's
he
another
said he
Trey.
wished he did.
Okay, this is another Trey that we know.
And
Okay.
Amber Nelson from Tennessee is watching.
Hello, nice to see you.
Yes, so
Nice
many
that you're
different
watching.
places that are watching.
Well,
People more
at
wonderful.
an hour prior to this, I always come on an hour prior to tell you, to kind of warn you that I'm coming on, or to tell you that I'll be on in about an hour. We're on every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. Now, I know a lot of people are not listed as my friends, but you could share this with your friends and tell them to watch. Go on my Dino fan page, and I forwarded to that. They could watch it after the fact,
That's
okay?
right.
For
Gail
sure.
Nordskog is requesting put another nickel in, or when the Saints go marching in.
I did it all. I just
I
did that a little
know.
while ago.
I know you
the
did.
Northscogs are great people. We
Yes.
love them. They're like family to us. They really are. And they've got a great ministry also. Cheryl, we've been so fortunate to
Oh my
have
goodness,
wonderful friends over the
so
years.
Great.
I mean,
They're
Kathy
so
Gloria
precious.
Copeland and the
Yes.
Moores and of course Pat Boone and the Northscogs, Mike Huckabee. I mean, we were so blessed.
Yes, we
and we'd
are.
never take it for granted. I'm really humbled by the fact that we know these people. that
Jan
we've
and
worked
Paul
together.
Crouch, who've gone to heaven
Oh
now,
yeah, TBN. We've been on TBN for years,
but we were
20 some odd years. Remember?
almost 30
Sure.
years. Yes, sir.
Oh wow,
It was
we've been a lot of
amazing.
acquaintances that way. But when I was on an hour ago, I asked you to send in your requests, and I got about 4 or 5 or 6 requests, and I jotted them down, and I thought I'd just take the time, if you don't mind, less talking, and just let me talk with my fingers. And here's the first one. I'll just take whatever order here. haven't played this for a long time. I'm going to try to play it right now. Someone requested I Believe. Something, we go to Israel, and I hope you're going to come, like I mentioned a while ago, in May. Would it be an amazing finale if when we were there, the rapture took place? Oh my gosh, what an amazing time that would be, right?
He's coming soon.
Oh, and he's going to come, his feet are going to land right on Mount?
Right there on
Olive?
the mountain.
Is what they're saying? Or no, what's the mount? But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. He will return, and one of these days we're going to see him face to face in all of his power. I always like to say this, face to face in all of his power and all of his glory. As a matter of fact, that song, Face. Too. Someone wanted to hear this. I hope I can play this. Let me try it. Memories. see if I can do this. Right?
Yes, beautiful.
That middle part again. I want to get this part because I had to play the chords correct. It was. Is that right so far?
I believe you've got it.
The all-time favorite was requested again this week. Everybody loves this one. Come on, sing along with me on this.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, oh, but now Jesus I'm found. But now I see.
When we've been there 10,000 years, come on, lead the people to sing. Come on.
When we've been there 10,000 years, we're shining as the
I feel led to play this next song. There's some people that are watching right now that need healing in their bodies. As a matter of fact, I read some of the FaceTime or Facebook replies from people. They said, Dino, I have the flu right now. I'm miserable. Listen, 2.5 weeks ago, you probably, if you've been following us, I was sick as a dog, as they say in New York City. And Cheryl had something that was very, very dangerous. She had a seizure, stroke. I mean, and that was a moment that I was really concerned about. We took her to the hospital, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to fast forward here. I don't want to dwell on the sickness, but you're feeling great, aren't you, Cheryl?
I feel wonderful. Thank God
you know
for
why?
His healing.
He touched me.
Yes.
He'll touch you.
Yes, He'll touch you right now. And for all those families that were a part of that terrible explosion in Oklahoma, we're praying for you right now. And others that are tuning in, they're praying too. The Lord hears.
Cheryl, just pray right now.
Father, we just ask
Those
you
that are
right
in touch with
now
God.
for your precious presence to come into the hearts, the minds, and the lives of people who are in such need with peace that passes all understanding. Lord, you said that if we ask, we will receive from you all that we have need of.
friend just this week, a couple days ago, that her son just ran away.
Yes.
They couldn't find him. The police, they got the police to see if they could find him. Couldn't find him for 2 days. And literally hundreds of people in this community were praying for this young man that left his home.
Yes.
And I can give you a praise report right now that he's been found and he's home right now. So I'm
Amen.
saying, for those like you prayed, Cheryl, that perhaps have children somewhere, you don't know where they are, but the Holy Spirit can guide you to find that young person that needs help,
Yes.
spiritually, in just every way. So we
Amen.
believe in miracles.
Yes,
There's just
we
no
do.
two ways about it. You know, we
Thank
do believe in miracles for you. I'm going to ask you. You know, we're like family here. Can we talk? And I feel like when we get together, I can open my heart to you, and I know you write me and tell me what your problems are and so on. And I'm like, this is not a problem I'm talking about, but this is kind of a victory report because it has to do with my bakery, our cafe. You know, we have the cafe called 24 Carat Cafe, and it's my recipe of the carrot cake. A lot of you have already ordered that cake. It past, 10 years that we've been having this company. Well, we've moved to a new location here in Branson, and we're at 104 Main Street, right downtown Branson. It's the historic downtown, and we're in a great location. Well, we're renting the bottom part of this building. It's really a pretty building, and we fixed it up really nice, and we fixed that bottom part, which is the cafe, and there's a second level to it. There's a second floor that's vacant, and it's got 3 or 4 rooms. It used to be an apartment, and just today, praise God, I was able to make a deal with the realtor and the owner of that building to let us have that second floor to bring in-house our baking.
Thank you, Lord.
So now we don't have to outsource it. Now we can actually do it on the premises. Can you imagine walking into our cafe and smelling all these wonderful pastries and cakes? Well, I need your prayers. And Cheryl and I stepped out by faith, and we're signing the lease tomorrow morning to take that top or the second floor. Actually, it's the top floor. It's 2 floors, and I want you to pray that God will help us financially, even to get the funds to fix it, so it meets city regulations. And
Right.
we got to get some ovens, and we got to get, of course, the mixers and so on. And so I don't know. I wasn't sure I was going to share this tonight, but I just feel led to do that because maybe there are some people out there that even have a mixer that we could use. Of course, it's got to be one of those big ones, you know.
A big
to make a lot of
bakery
cake.
mixer, yes.
Yeah, big bakery mixer, and we're looking for two ovens, like warming ovens that we can use, and of course the tables and what have you.
Tables, yes.
Wouldn't it be great if our Facebook friends helped us to fix that? That'd be amazing.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh!
Well,
that'd be,
the
praise
Lord
God.
knows who's listening.
Because it's not our cafe. It's a people's cafe. It really
That's
is.
right.
God just uses us to fix it, and we're bringing so much joy and satisfaction to people that are eating our carrot cake and our strawberry cakes, and we got a Coca-Cola cake and the coffees and the teas and now we have palettas, those icicles that are amazing for the summertime. So we want to expand that and pull in everything in-house and do all our baking upstairs.
Yes.
And maybe there's some bakers out there that know how to ice. We're looking for someone that really knows how to ice well, because we get a lot of orders and decorate really well, and maybe some bakers in this area, or maybe God's calling you to come to Branson and you're looking for a job. And you are a baker, and we'd love to work with you. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. So if you have any ideas,
Yay!
I know a bunch of grandmas out there that pray for us every day, and that's one thing to pray about.
Hi, our friend John Willison.
Oh, John, our friend John, our pilot.
Yes, we
He's
love
been so
you.
sweet all these years. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yes,
a great
you
guy.
are. We love you, John.
Well, I can't believe it's been a half hour already. I usually do it about 20 minutes. But thank you again for joining in and sending me the requests. And we pray for
John just said
what?
he would send us $500 tomorrow in a check.
Oh, praise
Well,
God.
John, bless you, sir.
Oh my gosh, thank
and
you
the
so
Lord
much.
bless you mightily
Well, that's
for
amazing.
your kindness. We
Well,
love
that
and
is-
appreciate you as a friend.
Wow,
You're
yes.
so kind. Thank
And that
you.
God will just multiply that to you. You know, plant a little seed here. Because let me
Amen.
tell you, our cafe and bakery, not soon to be our bakery, we've been outsourcing all this time. and now we want to bring it in-house. But that cafe has brought many people from all over the United States, and we've met them. We've sat down, had coffee, and Cheryl and I, we've ministered. We've seen people accept Christ at that cafe. We've helped people that have been depressed and that need help and so on. We just take the time, which we love doing. This is our ministry.
It's our calling.
That's our calling, to help people. And I treat them to some coffee and cake, and what a way to just have conversation around coffee and cake. And it just so happens, without bragging, that our cake is really, really good. The Lord gave me that recipe for the carrot cake, and
some others.
I think it's anointed for sure. Yeah.
And they're all our recipes, but we've had to have bakers elsewhere off the premises.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. Maybe that could start something for us right there. People who else God's laying on their hearts to. And let me just give you our address. It's P.O. Box 6060, P.O. Box 6060, Branson, Missouri. Write that down. It's just Dino, P.O. Box 6060, Branson, 65616. And if God lays that on your heart, I should have expected God to come through.
Well, He always does.
Our
He's
dear
so
friends.
wonderful.
We have such great friends
The
that
Lord
have been
is
so
so
supportive
good.
of us. Yeah, really supportive.
Bless the Lord.
And something else to pray about before we go. Just before we go. You know, we've been working with Mike Huckabee. We love Mike Huckabee.
Yes,
Hope you're watching his show.
Their family.
A Saturday night on TBN. I think it's one of the top-rated shows on TBN. But we are now working on something where we could, the Huckabees and Dino and Cheryl and our friends in California, we're going to start working together on a station here in Branson called the Vacation Channel. And they want us to join in and help them develop that and bring some new programming in this area. So that's something else to pray about. What's your request? Let us know, okay? We'd love to hear. Can I play just one more thing? Did you want to say, Cheryl?
I just wanted to say they could send it on the iPad or computer or in the mail.
No, better the mail.
Because you
I don't know how to
gave
do
them.
It on iPad. I don't know how that works.
No, but.
And we're not here to solicit. This is not what we're doing.
Oh no!
We just
I'm
want
just
you,
saying if
what God
they
lays in your heart.
If they have requests or blessings,
Yes.
let us know.
I want to play this for you. There for you. All you got to do is ask. It's so simple. It's profound. So simple. That's why sometimes little children receive their healing, and they receive because as we come. The word says, "If we'll come as a little child and lean not to our own understanding, He will supply our needs, whether it's financial, whether you're having a physical need, or whether whatever you're going through, just lay it at the feet of Jesus." He'll carry you. Actually, I love this thought that He will carry your burden on His shoulder. He carried the government upon His shoulder.
Amen.
Imagine just us, what He'll do. Amen. So that's the message I have for you right now. If you remember anything that we've done in this past half hour, remember that God cares.
Yes, He does.
He loves you so much. As we love you with the love of God in our hearts. You're such precious people. And if we can just come into your houses and just sit down and just talk and chat. But we're doing that now, you know.
That's
But
right.
maybe someday we'll come to your house where you live and just have a good time together. Or if we're in the area playing a concert, we'd love for you to come and say, hey, I'm one of your FaceTime
Friends.
That's all.
And
Yeah.
you can come to Jesus'
Okay.
house.
We love you
and
guys.
visit us.
God bless you. And again, may He give you the desires of your heart. Until next week, so long. Bye-bye.